Hello, and welcome back for another episode of our platform walkthrough. In the previous episode, we looked at how to bulk create bundles using a CSV process. These are the bundles that we created. In this episode, we're going to take these bundles and we're going to add them to a multi-sized campaign. For that, we will need to create a layout from PSD. We go into detail of how to create a layout from a PSD in previous episodes, so in this episode I will run through it a little bit quicker. We will also show you some AI capabilities of our platform during campaign creation. Okay, let's begin. We'll first come up here and click on Layout from PSD and upload our PSD file. Okay, we'll get a preview of our PSD file here, and also we can see all of the layers and elements they're mapped to here on the left. Everything looks good, so I'll hit Done Mapping and move on to the next step. We're taken to our visual editor and we are now in Composition tab. And under Composition tab, all we want to focus on is the size and position of each element. So here I'm going to adapt this key visual to a couple of different sizes, a couple of different proportions. I'll come up here and enable Show All Available Sizes and enable 2 additional sizes. A horizontal rectangle and a vertical rectangle. Great. So off the bat, I can see that the backgrounds on some of these is not filling in all the way. Now, I can come up here and simply increase the size of the background image and fill it in. However, this would not be ideal because I intentionally added this diagonal cracks or diagonal patterns to run across the product. And I would really like to conserve that on all sizes. So what we're going to do is create additional background in the next step. For now, what we're going to do is focus on rearranging all of these elements so that they look good compositionally. Okay, let's review the compositions before we continue. So the square looks fine. This I've rearranged to fit the proportions better, and this is okay to me as well. Okay, let's move on to content and make some stylistical changes. Now, the next thing we're going to do is add additional background. We'll have to go here to sizes and layers and select each individual canvas to do this. I'm going to select the background. I'll come up here to image size and AI image extension. Okay. And then I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the horizontal rectangle, and do the same thing. Come up here to background, image size, and hit AI image extension. Okay, let's take a look at all of these together. This looks fine. So before saving this layout, I'm going to add a little effect to our primary product image. So I'll apply it to all of them. I can do that by selecting the element and coming up here to hit Select Matching Layers. Now I'm going to come up here and add a reflection. Depth is not too deep, and then I'm going to adjust the positioning so the reflection is actually touching and, matter of fact, overlapping with the product. Okay, so this is good. I'm going to save this as a layout and call this Summer Campaign and hit Save Layout. It's saved. I can continue editing if I need to, but from here I'm going to exit. And when I come up here to Layouts, I will see my layout that we just created. So we'll go ahead and load it. As you can see, all of the effects are still in place and the backgrounds are still good. I'm going to add additional bundles that we created. navigate to Spring Bundles, and select all the bundles that we made and add them to campaign. I'm going to delete this first placeholder. Yes. And I'll select all of them to look at them all at once. So this looks great. Everything is in place. All the drop shadows are correct. If I would like to review each one of them, or if I want to perhaps increase the text size on some of these, I can do so one by one. So let's say on this particular size, I would like to increase all of them by a bit. I'll come up here to text formatting, choose font size, and increase it to be, that's fine, 68. Back to looking at all of them together. This is good. Great. So from here, I'm done. I can go to add previews to review all of these visuals. I can also click this link to share it with my teammates if they need to review this. Of course, you can take a much closer look and look at them one by one. You can make comments if you wish. And if everything looks good, you will select them all. You will hit approve. And from here, you can render this campaign. Before rendering, you will need to select a collection to save these new rendered campaigns to. You can either select a collection that already exists or create a new collection on your own. So we'll save it to our original Spring Bundles collection and confirm. The last step of the process is adding custom naming and selecting a format in which to download. We'll set the file naming to be product file name and a file dimension. And done. And hit render all and be done. You'll be taken back to the preview page where things are rendering. Once it's rendered, you will be able to download them and have your campaign. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll see you in the next episode.